Your Country 1039 KGRT Hardy and Truck Bed.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Your question of the day brought to you by Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And our question of the day today, well, it comes from inspiration. You know, we are all inspired by certain things. Sometimes it's a person, sometimes, maybe something we happen to see or watch. That's right. And I can tell you this, as a cable kid, very much inspired by a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff like that. So pretty simply, we take our inspirations from different places, maybe sometimes an inspiration for a career or an adventure or something else that we do. So my question for you today is, because we love talking about movies, what movie has inspired you the most? Maybe a life lesson that you took from a certain movie. Maybe it was a biography. Maybe it was just something, I don't know. You can get life lessons from Star Wars. You can. You really can. But for me, if there's a movie that inspired me the most, I'd say there's a lot of my personality and a lot of me that I think you can see in my three favorite movies of all time. Logan's Run, Somewhere in Time, and Excalibur. Yeah, I know. All of those are before 1980 and before. But those are my three favorite movies. Once a year, I watch those. And there's a lot of inspiration that I take from, including Somewhere in Time, which one would say that it's kind of a chick flick, but it does involve time travel. But it does make you think that there is someone out there for you, right? Just might take a little bit of work to get there. But those are some of the movies that have inspired me and maybe set a lot of my personality for everyone else. And if you watch those, you can probably see it in me. At least I think you can. I think you can. Yeah, pretty much you can. So my question for you, once again, is what movie has inspired you the most? Is there a movie that you walked out with some inspiration or maybe something that you needed to hear at that point in time that made you feel a little bit better? Go ahead and let me know your answers, of course. Our question of the day, give me a call or send a text message, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And we are live on our social media pages, Facebook and YouTube as well. So go ahead and leave a comment there if you'd like, and we can have a little discussion. But what movie has inspired you the most? Yeah, go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. Okay. We are exclusively up on our social media pages right now. And like I said, we take our inspiration from all kinds of different places. Sometimes it is a person. Sometimes it's a relative. Sometimes it's, completely random, like a Saturday morning cartoon or a movie. And in this case, I want to know, is there a movie that has inspired you in your life? Maybe a little lesson that you've learned or something that you've taken there. Let's see. Hector's already chiming in. He says, Rocky. Because even your lowest moment, you can never give up. That is a good lesson to learn right there, and great for inspiration. So, and Rocky, whenever you're down, man, and you just got to keep fighting, that's definitely going to go ahead and inspire you to go ahead and keep fighting. So once again, let me know your answers for our question of the day. What movie has inspired you the most? Call them in or text them in, 575-523-5478. Leave your comments alongside Hector there. And while we're waiting for a few more answers, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in and around the world. Hurricane Debbie, of course, causing a lot of problems in the Florida area. In fact, the entire state of Florida and beyond, actually, a lot of states north of that, getting some of those wind and rain. But apparently it did have an effect on the Florida Keys as 25 packages of cocaine valued at about $100 million just ended up on the beach at Florida Keys thanks to Hurricane Debbie. A Good Samaritan discovered them and, of course, called 911. Also, it looks like some athletes at the Olympics are opting to sleep outside rather than inside the Olympic Village. Athletes say that the village apartments have no air conditioning and the food is terrible. Well, so much for French cuisine, right? Also saw that a new John Wick series is in the works. The show called John Wick Under the High Table will pick up from the last installment and feature new and old characters. Interesting. I do like that whole world of John Wick. I also saw, we talked about this a little bit earlier, Keebler teaming up with Warner Brothers to release the limited edition Beetlejuice cookies, dark chocolate shortbread cookies topped with vanilla fudge stripes. And I do love me a shortbread cookie, and just add chocolate on top of that, and I am a happy, happy camper. Oh, almost forgot. The Olympics doing very, very well for Snoop Dogg. He's earning about $500,000 a day for entertaining and commenting on the Olympics in Paris. And honestly, his comments are pretty cool. So once again, we are looking for answers for our question of the day. And just got a text message in. And honestly, I'm just glad somebody else besides me knows and loves this movie. He says, Six Pack just showed me never give up. You can even win, even if the odds are stacked against you. Six Pack, one of my favorite movies. A Kenny Rogers classic for sure. And yeah, let's see. What is that one? Hector said something else. That was lucky. Sure, makes DEA job easy for yeah. Well, you know, I'm sure that somebody's kind of upset that happened right there. And all I'm gonna say is that you know, Hurricane Debbie just doing its job maybe a little bit. How do we know that Hurricane Debbie wasn't part of the DEA? My brain is going in random directions. We are looking for answers for your question of the day. What movie has inspired you the most? Go ahead and let me know your answers. You can call them in, you can text them in, or just leave your comments down below, because we are live on our social media pages, Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, go ahead and give me your answers for our question of the day.